Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Sunday the 21st of March 2021. Today's Sunday, of course, so that means Stats Sunday video. And here we go with the first one. As usual, this is experimental 361. This is the expected goals opening length of the game. And as you can see here, Middlesbrough were very poor in the first half. They didn't have a single shot on goal between about 10th minute and the 35th minute. And then they had a couple more after that. And then Millwall scored. Millwall scored in around about the 30th minute. And you can see we come out in the second half, and George Saville was a beast for Middlesbrough when he come on. And he had a number of really good chances. That's why he's the top player by expected goals. It was a miracle he didn't score. But that kind of, we had to adjust to that, and you can see coming out in the second half, not a lot going on for Millwall, not a single shot until about the 65th minute. And I believe that's John Daddy Bodvarsson came on around the 64th minute, I think. And you can see here, once he came on and brought some fresh legs in, the number of chances we had went up, and it wasn't just defending against the onslaught of Middlesbrough. So that substitution may have saved the 3 points for Millwall, because it's very highly likely that Middlesbrough would have scored. There were another couple of chances for Middlesbrough. You can see they had a really good chance around about the 58th minute. Then they flatlined for a big chunk. Then they had another shot, and then later on they had another 2 shots, then flatlined till the end of the game. So, and overall, they actually had more expected goals than us. But what you got to take into account for that is that our goal wasn't technically a shot on goal, so it wouldn't have been an expected goal, because it was like the Cardiff game. It was across from Wallace across the goal, and it hit the defender and it went in the goal. That wasn't a shot on goal, so that wouldn't have got any expected goals numbers from that incident. So what you can see here is the total XG for Millwall is 0.8, and for Middlesbrough it's 1.2. So let's move on to this. This is infogol.net, and they actually give the XG slightly more evenly. I think that's a mistake though. I'm pretty sure that I looked on here before, and then they had Middlesbrough at 1.12 and Millwall at 0.7 something. So that was a mistake. But you can see here, so Middlesbrough not happy. 3 changes at halftime, 4 changes at halftime. And then 64 minutes, Bennett goes off. I thought Bennett had a good game, but maybe I was misled. Maybe Jed Wallace made him look good. You can see here, so that Bodvarsson coming on kind of revitalised our attack going forward. There you go. Moving on to the lineups for the game here. So you can see here, Cooper. They gave Cooper man of the match 7.60. Next best player would be Hutchinson 6.82. They give low score to Woods and McNamara 5.46, 6.06. Oh, and Bennett as well, low 5.99. Okay, so in terms of actual stats and not like what was actually going on the pitch, and you can see here, if I scroll down, Bodvarsson 6.56. Mason Bennett 5.99, so Bodvarsson got a better rating than the player that he replaced, which is never good if you're the player who got replaced, but it's pretty good for the team when a player can come off the bench and play to a decent level and get a better mark. Same for Woods as well, I think. So Woods come off an 81. So that was for Williams, isn't it? But Williams 5.93. So just a little bit better than Ryan Woods was Sean Williams. High score there for Biakowski as well, just under 7, 6.9. Okay, so let's move on to the stats of the goals. So possession 50-50. That's quite high for us. We normally let the opposition have most of the possession. Attempts 4-2. Attempts off target 4-4. Block shots 1-4. Brilliant. You can see how well we defended there. 4 block shots from Middlesbrough and 4 goalkeeper saves from Middlesbrough and 2 for Millwall. So very well defended by Millwall there against the Middlesbrough onslaught. So even though we had possession was pretty similar, you can see the passing wise though, 3-7-5 to Millwall, 4-6-1 to Middlesbrough. So yep, still pretty direct in our play, not pissing around, passing it around. Completed passes 2-4-1 to 3-1-5. Corners 7-11. They had 11 corners. Wow. Okay. Fouls 12-10. Yellow cards 1-1. So let's move on to the XG plotted up on the map. So this is overall. There you can see quite small chances for Millwall. We had really good chance from Bud Farson, Danny McNamara as well. Although McNamara didn't get it on target, you think he was trying to be cute and just stick it in the bottom corner. But if he would have just pinged it at a goalkeeper, he would have done something like ricochet off him, and would have been a possibility of something happening there. Should really try and get it on target. And Bodvarsson did get his on target, and the goalkeeper had to make a brilliant save. You go down here and look at Middlesbrough. So more consistent in the quality of their chances inside the box, but not being allowed to have really good chances. Not very big chances. But you can see first half. So there you go. Not much from Middlesbrough. A little bit more from Millwall, but not outrageously so. The second half, a lot less from Millwall, a lot more from Middlesbrough, especially in the area. Trying to get in that area and trying to open it up like a can of beans, but it didn't work, thank God. 3 points for Millwall. But I think that's 3 games in a row where we took the lead in the first half and then tried to defend for most of the second half, and 2 of them it worked and the other one it didn't. So there you go. This is whoscored.com, and you can see on the top right out on the side there, according to this website, the top 5 players of on the pitch were Millwall players: Sean Hutchinson, Malone, Mitchell, Cooper and Wallace. So what do they say here? They say match summary: Millwall stole the ball often from the opposition, were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from through balls, were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from long shot situations and from the flanks and from counter attacks. Weaknesses for Millwall: lost possession often. Styles for Millwall: attack through the middle, favoured long through balls. Middlesbrough were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from set pieces, were poor at finishing, committed a high number of individual errors, played with width, had a large quantity of possession in their opponent's half, attacked down the left side, favoured crossing the ball. And yep, so let's scroll down and you can see here, yeah, the attempts pretty much even 10-10 on this, according to this website. Open play 5-4. This website does the home team red, the away team blue, so it's a bit confusing. I just got to remember Millwall are the red team on this website for this game. Set pieces 3-6 for them. Counter attack 1 and 1 own goal, and that was all. So from 10 chances, the 1 goal, that was 10%. But you can see here how much they were going down that left hand side. Just half of their plays were going down that left hand side. I don't know if they thought Marlon Romeo was going to play, and they set up like that, and when it wasn't him, that kind of stymied them. Maybe they might have had a bit more success. I don't know, because I told you, when Marlon Romeo plays, teams go down that left hand side, and when McNamara was playing, that didn't really happen. So McNamara coming in was a bit of a shocker. The fans, when it was announced, were happy about that, but it was completely out of the blue and unexpected. So you would think Middlesbrough would have set out a game plan based on the Marlon Romeo playing at the right back, and they just didn't bother changing it when the team got announced. But there you go. The shot directions for Millwall: 70% down the middle, 50% for them. There's that. I want to show you this. I like looking at these ones. You can see here more of a decent formation lineup from Millwall in the positional report. The three centre backs pretty much where they needed to be. Bennett and Wallace basically playing off each other. You look, they give Wallace just a little bit further forward than Mason Bennett, so that's probably why he did not have such a good game. Mason Bennett, watching the game, I thought he'd done alright, but stats wise, if he's actually playing off of Wallace and not the other way around, you can see here the wings, both of the wing backs being pushed back, but you can see here, if you look at Middlesbrough's position, just weird. So they had the three midfielders in the middle and a striker ahead of him, but they were bombing all their balls down the left flank. So that was a bit confusing, I would imagine, for them. And that's probably why Millwall been so compact and further back than normal, because they were Middlesbrough were just trying to play amongst each other in the middle, on top of each other, so which would be a bit weird. Here we go. This is a bit more. You can see here, if you look at the top, where the badges are, you can see the average player rating: 6.85 for Millwall and 6.32 for Middlesbrough. So players on average were better. But this website gives it to Hutchinson, as we've seen already, 8.5 for Hutchinson, which is a lot. That is a very good performance from Hutchinson. And once again, I've got to say it, stand out far and away, in my opinion, the stand-up candidate for player of the season so far. I think all the other contenders have kind of missed games and all been a bit inconsistent, but not Hutch. So let's scroll down. You can see, so according to this website, lowest rating of the starting 11 would be McNamara, 6.4. Still a decent score, but not the worst. Players with 7 or more, as you can see, most of the players on the left, and Wallace, Murray Wallace. Okay, so they've actually got Bodvarsson 6.2, which is not more than Bennett on 6.7. Okay, so best player for them, they've gone for McNair. Okay, Saville 6.8. Okay, so total shots, they actually had more shots than us, according to this website, 10-9. There you go. Not a lot. Millwall players having more than one shot. Ah, you can see Bodvarsson had 2 shots when he come on. So there you go. But the rest of the players not having a lot going on with the shot count. Possession wise, yeah, they've got 44 to 55 in total, and you can see Hutch 5.8. So that's another thing where Hutch is getting decent ratings because he's the out ball on the being the third on the right hand side of the free. He's having a lot of the ball because he's the out ball. So say one of the defenders would pass it to Woods, and Woods of course will just turn around and pass it back, usually to Hutchinson. So that's why Hutchinson had a lot of time on the ball. And when he does that, that's probably bumping up his score a lot more because he's almost at 6% possession on his own of the match possession, and a lot of players for Millwall are well under that. Probably half of what he's on. Evans, McNamara, Bennett, a lot less. So that's probably helping Hutchinson get a decent score. Pass success, both teams pretty low. That is pretty low. 68 for them, 64 for us. With Mitchell and Jed Wallace being the standouts. Woods being quite low for him. He's normally higher than that. And McNamara is quite low as well. Okay. Dribbles. Only 2 for us, 7 for them. Aerials. They actually won more aerials than us. 39 to 41. But as we see again, look at that Hutchinson. 10. 10 for Hutchinson. Which is more than all of the Mill midfield put together. Malone 3, Mitchell 2, Woods 3. Even Little Ryan Woods won 3 aerials. Mason Bennett won 5. Okay, well, Murray Wallace 7 and 5. Cooper 5. That's nothing to be worried about. The tackles 18 to 10. There's Hutch with 3 as well. Malone with 4. Mitchell with 5. Pretty good. Corners 7 to 11. Dispossessed. We got dispossessed 7 times. They 11. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Let's move on now to the actual list of stats to give you a little bit more. We can see here. So Sean Hutchins at 8.51. That's quite very high score. That's probably going to get him into the Championship Team of the Week, because the Championship Team of the Week, if you see it on Twitter, is they get it from this website. That is a pretty high score. So I'd imagine that Sean Hutchinson will be in the Championship Team of the Week with a score like that. Let's have a look at touches. Who had the most touches? Hutchinson again. Billy Mitchell 66. Not afraid to get into it. 66. Scott Malone 56. Murray Wallace 53. Yep, there you go. And then drops off quite a lot after that, doesn't it? Shots. So Jake Cooper had the most shots with 2. John Daly 2. But shots on target, not a lot. And like I say, our goal didn't come from a shot that was on target or a shot that was off target. It was a cross. So that's not going to be included in these stats. But you can see here. Only 4 Mill players with a shot on target. And Bennett with 1 shot, 1 on target. Jed with 1 shot, 1 on target. Billy Mitchell 1 and 1. And John Daly 2 and 1. So there's that. Offense. Let's have a look at this. So I'm going to look at this. Unscheduled touches. That's basically poor ball control. Mason Bennett with 5. Billy Mitchell with 3. Murray Wallace 2. Scott Malone 2. It's pretty nothing outstanding there. Defensive. Okay, clearances. Who had the most clearances? Sean Hutchinson 9. There you go again, star man. Jake Cooper 8. Murray Wallace 7, and then so 4-4. But those block shots we've seen in the previous thing that there was a lot of block shots from Millwall. And there you go. One apiece for Hutch, Wallace, Murray Wallace, Scott Malone, Ryan Woods. Okay. Moving on to interceptions. Let's have a look at that. So Hutch again with the most, 4. Then Malone 4. Yeah. Okay, passing wise. the passing is not very good. So passing accuracy, Alex Pearce with 100, but it was only on one pass, so there you go. Of the starting 11, Jed Wallace 81.5, Billy Mitchell 81, Dre Cooper 77. But you can see when the subs come on, the passing accuracy is still quite high, even though it's on the low numbers. That's what you want. If you've got 10 minutes to do something, you want to do it properly. You don't want to be giving the ball away to the opposition. So even if a geezer's only on for 5 minutes, like Alex Pearce, he's got one pass to make and he completes it. There you go, 100%, not bad. Tom Bradshaw, 5 passes, 80% pass accuracy. That's what you want when you bring players on. This probably helps them out as well, because the other players will be tired, stuff like that. Not the opponents will be tired. Let's have a look at crosses. 7 from Wallace, but only 3 accurate. 5 from Malone, only 1 accurate. Yeah, he does have games like that, doesn't he, where he's crossing it in, but it's not going to a Millwall player. Billy Mitchell 2 and 0. Sean Hutchinson 1 and 0. No one else with a cross apparently. But what's the difference between a cross and a long ball? I don't know. Long balls. So Bart again, quite poor kicking from Bart. 24 and 5. Sean Hutchinson 14 and 5. To long balls, to accurate long balls. Malone 9 to 3. Jake Cooper 6 to 1. Ryan Woods 5 to 1. Danny McNamara 5 and 0. That's not good. That's not good. So there you go. That's basically the gaming statistics. Thank you for watching. Bye.